Ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again into another episode of Extreme Zone Pro Relentless. My name is GR George and I am your host and commentator. And without further ado, let me show you what we have in store for you tonight. At first, we've got two new debuting superstars, Azul versus Jushin Lee, taking on each other in the EZP stage. Can they prove their worth of the EZP universe tonight? Up next, we've got an offering from the women's division in the form of Empress Drago versus Olivia Rage. Now we can remember that Olivia Rage won her match against Alexia Dimitri in the first episode. The question is, can she do the same against Dragon Empress? And for our third match, our first qualifying bout for tonight, we've got Duke David going up against Darren Hart. Darren Hart represents the House of Hearts and Duke David has been itching to join the fight lately. And for our second qualifying match, we've got Harold Haas going up against the Flying Gentleman's Alexander Chapman. Can Harold Haas prove himself worthy to join the tournament, or will it be the other way around? Up next, it will be the Japanese Neon Dragon Raiden Omega going up against the Texan Don Ford. Can the Neon Dragon slay the Giant, or will the Giant prove himself worthy of the tournament? We are really getting into the action tonight with our next match. Again, another qualifying match. Ian Marshall versus, again, from the House of Hearts, Dustin Hart. Can Ian Marshall join the tournament, or will Dustin Hart proudly represent his family? And now we've got Gilberto Galarreta taking on Joe Bart for another qualifying match. Now the Perfect Fighter is one of the first competitors to announce that he will be joining the tournament, but this time can he prove his worth of it tonight? And now for our main event, I know you have been waiting for this all week long. But now let me show you what we have to offer for this episode, for tonight's main event. Now we've got the Harmonic Executioner himself, Gregory Harper, taking on against one of the fearsome giants in the super heavyweight division, the Black Sand himself, Amir Black from Saudi Arabia. Now this is another qualifying match. Gregory Harper was the first to announce that he will be joining the tournament last episode, but tonight, can he prove that he can actually hang with the very best? Can he actually join the tournament, or will it be Amir Black that stops his dreams in getting into the championship? I know you guys are excited to witness the action, so I will not make you wait any longer. Sit back, relax, keep your eyes wide open, because this will be one of the longest episodes we're going to have so far.
This match is set for regulation 1 fall. Coming in first from the Philippines, weighing in at 198 pounds,
Azul, the debuting superstar from the Philippines, who calls himself the Deep Blue Carabao. Now one look at this guy, you can tell that he is very passionate about the sport, the way he presents himself, the gear that he chooses. He is your classic luchador from the Philippines, who has been training for years and months, trying to get this opportunity, and now it is in front of him. He is here to prove himself to the world, but can he against his opponent tonight?
and his opponent From Seoul, South Korea, weighing in at 195 pounds, Jushin Lee.
And now Jushin Lee going into the ring. Also in his debut match. Now, they call him the Rising Phoenix from South Korea. He has been wrestling since the young age of 15 in the indie promotions of South Korea. And now he is in the world stage trying to show the world what he can do just like his opponent. But we've got Azul, and in the other corner we've got Jushin Lee. This is going to be an awesome match. Jushin Lee with an opening rolling elbow followed by a knee to the face of the Big Blue Carabao. Now we've got grappling sequence here. What a lariat from Azul. Now, if you take a quick look at this between the two of them, we can see that Azul has a slightly bigger build than Jushin Lee. What a brainbuster, and that gives him an advantage in this fight. Now, mind you, they're both cruiserweights, but Azul just have that bit more muscle in him that could give him the win against Jushin Lee. But Jushin Lee, given that he is smaller, he is also quicker than Azul. But as they say, crippling crossface from Azul, trying to make Jushin Lee submit. Jushin Lee escaping with an elbow. And now Jushin Lee trying to turn the tables against his opponent with a German suplex. And now for an early pin. And not even a 2 count. Now, as I was saying, as they say, a fight can become very unpredictable as it goes on, so we cannot really tell at the beginning who's going to win. Shoulder breaker, but Jushin Lee countered with a pin. And now Jushin Lee with a submission of his own with a heel hook. Can Azul escape? Azul trying to escape. Uh-oh. He calls this move the Bull Rush. Can the Bull Rush give him the win? And Jushin Lee shoulders up on the 2 count. What a kick from Jushin Lee. And now he's outside going in for a springboard 450 senton. Successfully connects. Fisherman Buster from Jushin Lee. And now going in for another pin. Taking this fight to the outside. What? They are both missing each other's attacks, but now seems like Azul has the upper hand in this bout. What a combination from Azul. Now that this fight is flying headbutt from Azul from the top rope, now going in for the win. But Jushin Lee refuses to give up. And what a senton from the outside. Now, as I was saying, as this fight goes on, we can see the similarities in the fighting style of these two. Oh, going in, Jushin Lee with a Phoenix Fall. Oh, what a shot to the face, going in for the pin. Can this be it? Oh, going in for the pin again. As I was saying, as this match goes on, you can see the similarities on these two and how they fight. Both are mainly influenced by luchadors and strong style from Puroresu in Japan. But mainly you can see it in Azul more than you can see it in Jushin Lee. Oh no, there are trading blows now. A shot to the face of Jushin Lee. Another shot. Countered by another shot to the face of Azul. A shot to the chest. And now a shot to the face. Another shot to the chest. No one backs down. No one gives up. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh, he calls this move the Big Blue Drop. Can this end this match once and for all? But Jushin Lee, shoulders up again. Jushin Lee refuses to give up just yet, even though he is tired and battered by his opponent. And a belly-to-belly suplex by Azul. Both men are down. Azul going up first, taking advantage of the moment. This match has been very exciting for these two new faces of the Extreme Zone Pro, and so far, as I can see, they have proven their worth tonight, regardless of who wins. Taking this fight again in the outside of the ring. But they have to mind the count of the referee. They have to get in before the 10 count. Hitting the back of the head. And now from the barricade. Going airborne with a moonsault from Azul. Wow! Can Jushin Lee get up? Come on, Lee. Don't let it end this way. And Jushin Lee is able to get into the ring again. And now with a lariat to Azul. And now he is trying to fight back. And yet another big blue drop. Big blue drop from Azul. And we are witnessing the strength of Jushin Lee refusing to give up this match. Jushin Lee trying to fight back, trying to turn the tables to his favor. And now in the corner, Jushin Lee. Jushin Lee trying to fight back. Jushin Lee. The athleticism of Lee being displayed right now. What an elbow to the face of Azul. Uh-oh. Phoenix Fire Fist by Jushin Lee. Now Jushin Lee going airborne, going to the top rope. Can this be it? Finally, Jushin Lee has fought back completely and now going in for the pin. Azul wakes up. Azul wakes up and now going in for the third big blue drop. 2, 3, and Azul wins the match. He wins his debut match for tonight. What a match, and what a win for Azul.
By pinfall, Azul.
We have just witnessed a very wonderful display of Lucha Libre tonight. Give it up for Azul, give it up for Jushin Lee.
This match is set for one fall. Coming in first from Barcelona, Spain, Empress Dragon.
We're going in on the second match of the evening and we're witnessing the first entrant of the match, Empress Dragon, coming into the ring. Now this might be her first match in the ECP arena, but this is not her first match as a pro wrestler. She has been competing back in the indie scene in Spain and winning a lot of titles and matches as well. The question is, can she apply all that experience and all the skills she gathered here in our beloved ECP arena, or will she be not enough at all? Olivia Rage. Now, the last match from this woman was a victory against Alexa Dimitri on the first episode of Relentless. Now, ever since then, she has been training very well and waiting for another match, and here it is. We have missed Olivia, and now she will show us what she has in store for this match. Can she continue winning, or will she be sent back to training after facing the Dragon Empress herself for tonight? This has been a long-awaited return match for Olivia, and I know her fans are waiting for her as well. So let's not make this long. Let's do the match right now. What an entrance from Empress Drago with a European uppercut followed out by a moonsault, and Olivia Rage evades in a nick of time. Empress Drago counters with a punch. Olivia Rage counters the elbow, and now they are grappling in the middle of the ring, trying to see who is the stronger woman for tonight. Olivia Rage dominates. Olivia Rage with a cardiac springboard kick, displaying her immense agility right now against her opponent. And Empress Drago blocks the kick from the corner. Back again with a struggle in the middle of the ring. Let's see if Empress Drago, no, Olivia Rage still come up stronger than her opponent. And what a punch from Olivia Rage, getting Empress Drago back in the corner, now dragging her arm through the ropes. And Empress Drago counters with a kick to the gut. And now Empress Drago returns the favor by kicking her leg through the ropes with a DDT, knocking the shit out Olivia Rage. And what a knee to the head, followed by a second one, followed by a third one, completely knocking the air out, and now not giving her opponent time, Empress Drago, with her mounted punches. Going in for the first spin of the night, ending this early, but no, not even a 2 count. What an arm drag from Empress Drago, completely dominating her opponent. In the middle of this match, can Olivia Rage stand up and fight back? Olivia Rage blocks with a standing moonsault, finally recovering from the attacks of Empress Drago. But can she continue the streak? And I think yes, going in with a mighty power bomb position to a sit-out power bomb. Phoenix Splash does not connect. Going in for a scoop slam. Empress Drago going in for a bulldog, connecting successfully to the head of Empress Drago, and now Empress Drago going in for the kill with a running neck breaker, going in for the second pin. Standing up into a 2 count. Olivia with a stomp to the arm of Empress Drago, trying to, let's just say, trying to make it dysfunctional. Empress Drago stand to the outside, and now Olivia Rage in the top, going in for the kill with a DDT to the outside of the ring, and now we can probably see that Empress Drago is bleeding behind that mask. Empress Drago is now on the floor. Olivia Rage waiting and hits the spear, knocking the air out of Empress Drago. Empress Drago getting choked by an anaconda, a Cobra clutch right there. She taps, but of course they're outside, and rules states that they have to tap or pin their opponents inside the ring. Almost the end of the 10 count, and Empress Drago comes in on time, trying to get back with a couple of clothesline. Empress Drago at the top of the ring, going airborne right now with a flying headbutt. It is safe to say that both of these women are now fighting in the same level of skill while in this match. But as of now, Olivia Rage and the top going in for the Anarchy elbow, but missed. Empress Drago taking the advantage. Empress Drago going in for the jaws of the dragon, trying to make Olivia Rage submit, but can she make her submit? And Olivia Rage taps. Empress Drago wins her first match at the EZP Arena.
Submission, Empress Drago.
What an amazing win for Empress Drago.
This match is for Regulation 1 Fall. Coming in first from the Philippines, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Dr. Duke David.
Duke David and his most awaited return to the ring. Now, we can remember during the first episode of Relentless, he lost the open challenge that was conducted by Gilberto Del Reto, although he fought very well. But now, he is here, and he is here trying to earn a spot in the IC title tournament.
And his opponent from Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, representing House of Hearts, Darren Hart.
Darren Hart, the other half of House of Hearts, together with his brother Dustin. If we can all remember last episode, they won a tag team bout against the Flying Gentlemen. The Flying Gentlemen fought very well, but these technical wizards from the Hart family comes out on top. And now Darren is trying to go solo in his first match as a solo competitor, and not only that, his first match in an IC title tournament. And here we go, our first tournament qualifier match of the night. Duke David versus Darren Hart. And Duke David with an opening corkscrew heel kick. Going in for a grapple, Duke David trying to push Darren Hart to the corner. And a kick to the head of Darren Hart. And now grappling session again. Can Darren Hart. And Darren Hart choking Duke David, going in for a chain wrestling sequence here. Duke David trying to reverse the sequence to his favor, but Darren Hart is now on his back trying to wrench his arm. Can Duke David reverse the struggle? Duke David able to reverse the chain sequence, and now he is doing the same to Darren Hart. Darren Hart trying to escape. And what a surprising move from Duke David. But Darren Hart counters with an elbow. A drop kick connects before the clothesline, followed by a springboard senton from Duke David, going in for a pin. Of course, it's still too early. And Darren Hart counters with a pin. And now again with a grapple sequence. Duke David trying to prove a point to his opponent by pushing him to the ground, followed by a kick, a sequence of strikes, and a Michinoku driver from Duke David. And going into the top rope right now, Duke David with a whisper in the wind to Darren Hart. Seems like Duke David is finally dominating his opponent right now in the first half of this match. But Darren Hart tries to fight with a powerbomb, countering the springboard move of Duke David. Now Darren Hart trying to destroy the leg with a figure 4 leg lock to Duke David. And Duke David counters with a dragon screw. And I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my close friends in WWE 2K community. I would like to give a shout out to Andrew Neumeyer, the owner, general manager of Rated R Wrestling. He has been successful with it lately, and if it's not for him, I won't be able to continue this project of mine. But getting back to the match, Duke David able to dodge that kick from Darren Hart. And with an alley-oop from the corner from Duke David. Now we can see here that experience shines over the skill of Darren Hart. Now Darren Hart is a very skilled wrestler, trained by the Hart family back in Canada, but let's not forget that Duke David is also a brilliant technician in the ring and can hang out with almost anyone you can pair him up to. But now they're outside, and Darren Hart with a spine buster to the floor, knocking the air out of Duke David. And now he's on the top rope. Duke David struggling to get up, but still able to evade that. Duke David trying to recover the situation in his favor with a scissor head, followed by a knee drop to the face of Darren Hart. Darren Hart is now bleeding on the right side of his head near his eye, and this could be a disadvantage for him against his opponent. Going in for a moonsault, but Duke David missed. And now Darren Hart trying to take advantage of the situation with a series of attacks, and now going in for a spin out power bomb towards Duke David, going in for the pin. And Duke David trying to fight back. Going in airborne yet again for a spiral tap. Darren Hart shoulders up in the 2 count, trying to top, but now he gets what's going to him with a front slam from Duke David. This could be the setup for an amazing move right there. With a standing Spanish fly from Duke David in the middle of the ring. But Darren Hart punches, continues to fight. The desire to be in the tournament goes on with a brainbuster going in for a pin. And now Darren Hart taunts his opponent, while Duke David is still dizzy, standing up. Duke David with a wonderful DDT right there. Duke David now taunting his opponent with a dropkick to the chest. Duke David is once again outside. The referee counts. Duke David trying to get back into the ring. Darren Hart, I don't think that should be, that's what you get for trying to taunt while your opponent is not down yet. Duke David with a front slam. Now it's hard to tell who's going to be the first entrant of the tournament on how this match is going. But we can see that Duke David is currently dominating this part of the match. And with a shoulder tackle from the top of the ropes. Darren trying to fight back. With an Alabama slam. Duke David counters with an inverted power slam, sending him unconscious, and now David is in the top rope going in for the golden ratio. Can this be the end for Darren? And Darren refuses to give up just yet as he kicks Duke to the face. And a beautiful Russian leg sweep from Darren Hart. Almost connected the kick. Duke David now. Going in for a vertical suplex. But Duke David counters with a springboard dropkick, surprising the shit out of Darren Hart. Now with a backbreaker from Duke David. As I have been saying earlier, Duke David has been dominating this match for the most part. But you cannot discredit Darren Hart, as he is also actively trying to reverse every situation that he's in. Uh-oh. Duke David got his plans for a Canadian destroyer from the corner. And now again in the top rope. Can this be a second? Yes! Second golden ratio. And it wins the match. Now we have our first qualified contestant for the IC title tournament.
By pinfall, the Doctor, Duke David.
Duke David enters the tournament as the first contestant. What an amazing match. What an amazing return from Mr. David.
This match is for regulation one fall. Coming in first from the Philippines, weighing in at 195 pounds, Harold Haas.
Harold Haas fighting once again. And now this is for the second qualifying match of the night. Now we can remember this guy main evented one of our episodes before alongside our now undisputed champ Eric Jacobs, and he has been creating a buzz since then. But the question is, can he win his match tonight and qualify as the second contestant for the tournament?
His opponent from Liverpool, England, representing the Flying Gentleman, weighing in at 194 pounds, Alexander Chapman.
Now, Alexander Chapman, the other half of the Flying Gentlemen, who we can remember got defeated by the House of Cards last time. Also trying to fly solo, just like Darren Hart. And now, his first match as a solo competitor is also a tournament for the IC title. A big, big move for someone new here in the ECP, but can this be his ticket to glory? And Harold has with a float over DDT countered by a punch by Alexander Chapman. And now they are grappling in the middle of the ring. Alexander Chapman starts the chain wrestling sequence right here. And now going in for a pin. Ooh. Alright. And now again for the grappling sequence. Can Harold Haas win this time? And he can with an arm wrench. Alexander Chapman struggles to get out of the wrench. And now another wrench. Doubling down with a push. Harold Haas refusing to let go of his opponent right here. Alexander Chapman trying to reverse, and now he was able to reverse it with a shoulder roll of his own, locking the shoulders right now. But Harold Haas punches his way out of it. And Alexander Chapman with a spinning heel kick. But Harold Haas counters with a moonsault from the bottom rope. Kick to the back of Alexander Chapman. Kick to the face. Wrenching the arm. Wrenching both the arms and now the wrist. And a knee. Double knee drop to the back of Chapman. Chapman with a moonsault of his own. Again followed by a standing moonsault to Haas. Haas being able to block the kick from Chapman. With a beautiful German suplex from Harold right there. Chapman easily recovers and now trying to gain back the match, but Harold Haas with a wheelbarrow stunner right there. Not yet. Not yet. Chapman still fights, but Harold Haas proving that he can't and not trying to do the lock. Can he make Chapman submit? Chapman taps out, and Harold Haas wins and goes into the tournament. What an easy match for Harold. Now I know you guys are enjoying the matches so far, but before we continue, I would like to ask of your support by following me on my social media pages at Extreme Zone Pro on Facebook, as well as turning on the notification bell and clicking on subscribe button here on our YouTube channel. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
This match is set for regulation one fall. Coming in first from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Neon Dragon, Raiden Omega.
Raiden Omega, the Neon Dragon, is now returning to the ring and fighting for a spot in the IC title tournament. Now, if we can all remember, Raiden Omega won against the Harmonic Executioner, Gregory Harper, on his last match here on Relentless. Can he do the same tonight, and can he earn himself a spot in the IC title tournament?
opponent from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 310 pounds, Don Ford.
Don Ford also returning to the ring and trying to earn his spot in the IC title tournament. Now again, his last match was against Amir Black on the very first episode of Relentless, and he also won that match. Now, he is also returning just like his opponent and will try to earn his way to the tournament and hopefully become the first title holder for the IC Championship. But the question is, can he prevail tonight against the Neon Dragon from Japan, Raiden Omega? We are looking at a very great matchup tonight from the light heavyweight division and from the super heavyweight division. Strength versus technique, brute force versus finesse. Both competitors are now ready. Ref, go ahead and ring the bell. Raiden Omega trying to gain the first offensive attack, but was unsuccessful. And what a slam from Don Ford. And now Don Ford cranking the shoulder, or cranking the head of Neon Dragon. Raiden Omega trying to counter, but Don Ford seems like a brick wall right now for Raiden Omega to overcome, and he did with a wonderful kick to the head of his opponent. Raiden Omega now targeting the knee, trying to gain advantage of his speed and technique against the giant that's in front of him right now. And Raiden Omega continuing to attack the lower body of his opponent. But again, Don Ford is like a brick wall who easily recovers from the attack. And now with a big boot to the face of Raiden Omega. And Raiden Omega counters with a kick to the face as well. Going for a moonsault, but countered with a knee to the chest. And what a drop kick to Raiden Omega right there. And look at the power of Don Ford picking up Raiden Omega like he was nothing. But Raiden Omega refuses to give up. Just because his opponent is a giant right now doesn't mean he cannot slay it. Now we can all remember that he is one of the best tactical wrestlers here. And that's all that he can rely on right now. And what a neck breaker from the Neon Dragon right there. And now the Neon Dragon is completely dominating this match. Weakening the side giant. Look at the strength of Raiden Omega right there with a powerful power slam. Don Ford trying to gain momentum again. We're seeing back and forth elbows right here. And Raiden Omega with a spinning elbow attack to the back of the head. And now he is targeting the knee again, the lower body in general, to weaken his opponent. And what a wonderful super kick right there from Raiden Omega, knocking the shit out of Don Ford. Now going in for the pin. Shoulders up at 2. Now, as I was saying, Raiden Omega is completely dominating this match, despite having a giant in front of him. But then again, this is the EZP Pro Wrestling Arena. Size and weight does not matter. Going in for a choke slam, Dawn forward with a choke slam. Slamming down Raiden Omega now for the pin. As I was saying, this is the EZP Wrestling Arena and weight and height does not matter. All that matters is that you win. And now we can see that Dawn Ford, 320 pounds, crashing down on Raiden Omega, and it's a miracle that he can still fight back. Dawn Ford going in for a power bomb, showing off his strength by walking down the turnbuckle. Snake eyes from 6 feet above. And now Raiden Omega trying to counter all the attacks. Raiden Omega has recovered, ladies and gentlemen, with a phenomenal forearm from the outside, and now going to the top rope with a neon dragon splash going in. Could this end the match? But no. Just when Dawn Ford thought he could lose, but now he's trying to win. But Raiden Omega, disrespectful as he is, slaps the face of Dawn Ford, dragging him across the ring. Face first with the mat. And a knee to the face of Raiden, and followed back by a kick to the leg. But Raiden counters with a block to the foot. Neither of these men is willing to give up. Neither of them is willing to give up the spot for the tournament. Everybody wants that IC title. And now Raiden Omega, what a strength, what a show of strength by Raiden Omega right there. Oh shit, inverted chokeslam face to the first in the mat, and now going in for a pin. Can this end? Dawn Ford cannot believe it. So can I. I mean, if it was any other competitor, they would be knocked out cold. Here with a power slam from Dawn Ford. Dawn Ford cannot believe it. He cannot believe it. This match should ended a few minutes ago, but going in for a powerbomb position, and a powerbomb 6 feet from the air, crashing down the mat, and another choke slam from Dawn Ford. Is this his ticket to the tournament? Raiden Omega refuses to give up. He just refuses to be permanently down, and now another spinning power slam from Dawn Ford. And what the hell? Raiden Omega's resilience is not a joke, and now he is fighting back with a back body suplex. This is it. The Neon Dragon Trio. Yes, the Neon Dragon Trio suplex. That was a beautiful counter to the finisher. Can this be it? Don Ford trying to get up, but obviously struggling from that sudden offense of the Neon Dragon. And the Neon Dragon is now beaming with flames as he tries his very best to counter his opponents. And not to be honest with you guys, it's already hard to tell who's going to win this match, as both men refuses to give up and has probably showed us their aces in their sleeves. But now here comes Raiden Omega with a Neon Dragon kick. Unbelievable. Don Ford is still... Crushing the face with a choke slam. Crashing down yet again in the mat. This is it. Another one of the Neon Dragon Trio. The Neon Dragon Trio suplex from Raiden Omega. And now for the pin. Can this be the end of the no? That was the second time he threw that move. That was his ultimate move. And why is it not working? We are as confused as he is. Don Ford got that Texan toughness, you know. Both men are in the end of their levels. Both men has countered each other's moves at this point. And both men are almost running out of options, but Raiden Omega with a wheelbarrow neck breaker right there, taunting his opponent. The Dragon Sleeper on the middle rope. My God. We are seeing probably the best match of tonight. And Don Ford able to escape that. Going in for a choke slam. The Neon Dragon escapes. And now the Neon Dragon with... Oh my God, look at the strength of the Neon Dragon. Raiden Omega throwing his opponent like that. Throwing 320 plus pounds to the ground just like that. Now targeting the foot, just like what he did earlier in this match. And what a Samoan drop right there. Both men are down. We are close to the end of this match. I can feel it, but I cannot tell who's going to win, ladies and gentlemen. Yet with a Michinoku driver from Raiden Omega. And now Raiden Omega going into the top rope. Here it is, the Neon Dragon Splash. This is the end for Don Ford, and Neon Dragon Raiden Omega wins. And he enters the tournament.
And here is your winner via pinfall, the Neon Dragon, Raiden Omega.
Braden Omega enters the tournament for the IC title. And we've got one of the best matches of the night and possibly of the whole show for its entireties. The match is unbelievably great. The Neon Dragon prevails.
This match is set for one fall. Coming in first from the Philippines, weighing in at 225 pounds, cold shot, Ian Marshall.
Ian Marshall, one of the veterans returning to the EZP ring tonight to earn his place in the IC title tournament. Now, we can all remember his last match against Neil Garrett in the second episode of Relentless did not turn out good for him. Unfortunately, he lost, but now he is back. He is better and he's more motivated and disciplined, and now will fight for his spot in the tournament.
And his opponent from Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 226 pounds, representing House of Hearts, Dustin Hart.
Dustin Hart, the brother of Darren Hart, also joining the qualifiers match for our tournament. Now, we can all remember earlier that his brother was unfortunate and did not earn a spot in the tournament, being defeated by Duke David. But the question right now is, will the fate smile upon Dustin and make his win a possibility here in this match against Ian Marshall? Both men are ready. Ref, go ahead and ring the bell. Going in first with a grapple in the middle of the ring. Ian Marshall getting pushed back by Dustin right here, and again grappling. Ian Marshall pushing Dustin back to the ropes. Followed up with a punch to the face, and now once again grappling. And Ian Marshall again pushing Dustin Hart to the corner. And again with a punch to the face. But Dustin was able to counter to the hip toss, and now getting into the ground with two forearm shots in the back of the head of Ian Marshall. And with evaded that moonsault right there in the nick of time. And Ian Marshall with a beautiful neck breaker as a counter to Dustin. Now Folks, Ian Marshall might have the experience between the two, but let's not forget Dustin Hart was trained in the Hart Family Center together with his brother, and he's also skilled in technical wrestling. This match could be a challenge for the both of them. And what a beautiful German suplex right there from Dustin Hart. Again, both of them should do their best because this could be both a challenge for them. Ian Marshall has the advantage in the experience. Other than that, Dustin Hart can match everything that he has right now. And now Ian Marshall going in for the knee, but Dustin was able to get out of the way. With a beautiful chicken wing suplex. Oh. What an elbow drop from Ian Marshall. Ian Marshall taunting his opponent, trying to goad him to attack. But he knows he won't. Ian Marshall completely dominating this match right now, going in for the win. Shoulders up before the 2 count. Ian Marshall with a series of strikes right there. I feel like Ian Marshall is not taking this match seriously yet. He knows that his opponent is young and he is still holding back. Oh! Ian Marshall recovering quickly from that miscalculation, but Dustin Hart taking advantage of it, and now with a double springboard moonsault, unable to connect. Ian Marshall now counters. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, what a falling drop kick from Ian Marshall. Dustin Hart trying to fight back, but Ian Marshall just couldn't allow it. These two are having the best back and forth out of tonight's matches. Dustin Hart completely now doing this shit again, just like he did earlier with a double forearm strike to the back of the head of Ian Marshall. Seems like he's trying to paralyze his opponent. Ian Marshall stands up quickly and now going in for a half Nelson suplex. Come on, we all know that this will not end that way. It's still too early in the match. But Ian Marshall again, as I said earlier, is holding back against his opponent, knowing that his opponent doesn't have much experience. Ian Marshall going in for a Saito suplex. Oh, Dustin Hart with a pin, trying to win this quickly. Ian Marshall is surprised, ladies and gentlemen, and now with a cripple crossface lock from Dustin Hart, making his opponent tap. Can Ian Marshall get out of this situation? But Dustin Hart lets go of his opponent. That could have been the end. And now Dustin Hart trying to get on top of this match tonight. with a phenomenal forearm from outside the ring. Uh-oh, this is it. The Hart signature. Sharpshooter from Dustin Hart. Oh wait, why does he always let go of his submission moves? He could have won right there. Now, Ian Marshall now with a counter pin. Now again, the ego that Dustin Hart may have been the reason why he's an EZP right now, but that ego could be the reason why he will lose most of his matches in the future, and he could lose the spot in the tournament tonight. I mean, he could have won earlier, but he did not make Ian Marshall submit. In the contrary, he just let go. I mean, that's just insulting to Ian Marshall right there. Ian Marshall with a cold shot. Now, as I said earlier, Ian Marshall is the veteran here, and it is very, very dumb for Dustin Hart to just let go of the best submission move he had. He could have won this match earlier. And Ian Marshall tries to counter back. Ian Marshall right now going in. Dustin Hart with a beautiful neck breaker. Ian Marshall is now busted right open, and now again with a sharpshooter from Dustin Hart. I hope he will not let go this time. And of course he did. The ego in this kid is unbelievable. Ian Marshall struggling to get up. What a beautiful corkscrew kick from the top rope by Dustin Hart, but Ian Marshall refuses to give up. Ian Marshall with a Saito suplex right there. Taking advantage of the taunting Dustin Hart, and now going in for the martial law. Oh wait, I just received news that it was not called martial law. That move is called the law of Mark. Saito suplex once again, knocking the air out of Dustin Hart. Dustin Hart completely down in the mat. See, this is what happens when you let ego take over yourself during a match. You are in a match against a veteran. You don't let your ego go to your head. Instead, you use your head to gain advantage against a more experienced opponent. Beautiful neck crank right there from Ian Marshall. Dustin Hart trying to fight back, but Ian Marshall is too strong, too good. Going for a springboard drop kick, able to evade that one. The Alabama slam. And now going in for the pin. Dustin Hart does not win yet. And Ian Marshall right now is struck by his opponent. Able to block that kick. Going in for a power slam, countered into a inverted DDT. Dustin Hart showing his technical prowess and yet another sharpshooter for the third time. Can this be the end of the match? This is the third time he let that submission go. Uh-oh, here we go. Ian Marshall going in for the cold stream. Cold stream will end this bout. Ian Marshall will now join the tournament for the IC title.
This match is set for regulation one fall. Coming in first from Mexico, weighing in at 225 pounds, the perfect fighter, Gilberto
Gilberto. Now we have here the second one to announce that he is going to join the tournament, which he did last episode, right next to Gregory Harper. Now, the first time we saw this guy is when he held an open challenge in the first episode of Relentless, trying to challenge anyone who is brave enough to be with him in the ring. Now he is eyeing the IC title for himself, and now is the time to prove if he earns a spot in the tournament.
And his opponent from California, weighing in at 195 pounds, C1
Joe Bart. Now, as you all probably can remember, the first match that he had here was a tag team bout together with, I think that was Austin Everett. He did good in that match, but he did not do much, as Austin Everett did not want to tag him as often as he expected. But right now, this is his first solo match, going in for a spot in the tournament. Both men are now ready. Ref, ring the bell. Gilberto Garavito with an aggressive approach. Gilberto with a disrespectful offense right there. Now Gilberto obviously has the weight advantage here, the size and weight advantage, as he is a light heavyweight, and Joe Bart is in the cruiserweight division. So obviously Gilberto has the power, the strength, and the size. But advantages, talking about that, Joe Bart got the speed and agility and should rely on that, which is now what he is doing. Countering with an elbow, and Joe Bart's strength with a power bomb to Gilberto. Now trying to turn the tides against Gilberto. Joe Bart taunting his opponent, feeling fresh right now. With a series of strikes, Gilberto evades the kick with a bear hug suplex. Gilberto Gallaretto showing Joe Bart who is the perfect fighter and why he's called that way. You're gonna give props to Joe Bart for agreeing to this match. I mean, he, again, has a disadvantage in both weight and size. And also in experience. But right now, he is showing that those disadvantages doesn't matter as he tries to fight back the perfect fighter, Gilberto Gallaretto, tonight. Joe Bart from the outside, taunting his opponent to wake up. And now with a barrel roll to pay. Showing off his high-flying skill, Joe Bart, but countered by Gilberto with a power bomb. And another power bomb. And for the third time, another power bomb going in for the first spin of this match. And Gilberto Gallaretto with a back body drop. Joe Bart trying to fight back with strikes. With a beautiful lift up DDT. I don't know if you can see, but I can see from where I'm watching that Gilberto Gallaretto, oh no, with a Bart slam by Joe Bart. Again, Gilberto Gallaretto is bleeding behind that mask. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see a little bit of red coming out of the mask. What a beautiful float over DDT. But as you can see, it does not affect Gilberto at all. Joe Bart right here is making it difficult for Gilberto to win this match. I mean, Gilberto coming in so confident that he could win because he is fighting a younger guy, is fighting someone who is a division lighter than him. Oh, what the heck? Going in for the pin after the Gallaretto punch. Again, Gilberto Gallaretto taking advantage, but Joe Bart with a beautiful counter kick. Again, Gilberto Gallaretto going in confident, but Joe Bart going in for the Bart slam, countered with a coastline right there. Gilberto Gallaretto. Right, so as I was saying, Gilberto Gallaretto coming into this match is very confident, knowing that he is up against someone with lesser experience than him, who is a weight division lighter than him, and probably the way he looked at Joe Bart, he probably sees Joe Bart as an inferior in terms of skills than him. But right now he is the one bleeding, and there is a good chance that Joe Bart might win. But right now Joe Bart is also in a very tight position against Gallaretto. With Gallaretto with a springboard moonsault from the bottom rope. And now Gallaretto awaiting his opponent to stand up, going in for the Triple G suplex right here. 2. And for the final suplex going in. Can the Triple G suplex earn his way to the tournament? Joe Bart refuses to give up just yet now. Gilberto Gallaretto is obviously frustrated. He expected a lot. Well, he expected his victory to be a lot quicker than this. And he is having a hard time with a newbie, with someone who is relatively new to pro wrestling. And what a drop kick to the head of Joe Bart. You can see the frustration in the face of Gallaretto right now with a beautiful eclipse from the top rope. Beautiful running power slam now. As annoying as Gilberto might be, his moves are executed beautifully. As you can probably notice, I was always saying beautiful to describe his moves, because that's the truth. He executes them very well, and now Joe Bart with a DDT yet again. Sorry if my commentary right here is going randomly on this match, as this match has become unpredictable. Joe Bart going in for the butt slam to Gilberto Gallaretto, and this should end this match right now, but no, Gilberto refuses to just give up his spot yet. Joe Bart is also bleeding in the left side of his head near his eye. Going in. Uh-oh, Joe Bart going sliding D1 to the corner. Gallaretto punch. Both men are bruised, both men are bleeding, both men are frustrated, and neither can tell who's going to win. Uh-oh, but going in for the G-lock. The inverted figure 4 right there. Trying to make Gilberto submit. Gilberto counters with a dragon screw, and now trying to win this match, trying to gain momentum once again with a lift up power slam. Gilberto trying to win this right now. 2, 3, and Gilberto Gallaretto earns his spot in the tournament. Well, he earns his spot. There's nothing we can do.
This match is set for regulation 1 fall. First to the ring from the Philippines, weighing in at 225 pounds, the harmonic executioner,
Gregory Harper returning for a singles match to decide if he is worthy of the spot that he wants in the tournament. Now, last time he faced the Neon Dragon Raiden Omega and unfortunately lost to him. but now he is here and he is trying to prove himself once again that he's one of the best and he deserves the spot that he desires in the IC title tournament.
His opponent from Saudi Arabia, weighing in at 310 pounds,
Amir Black, another competitor returning after a long time of not being able to fight in a match here in EZP. He was also in the very first episode against Don Ford, which unfortunately he lost that match, and now he returns eyeing the spot for the IC title tournament. Look at the size, look at the power, look at how intimidating this guy is. Amir Black should put fear in the heart of his opponent tonight. He is here to kill and to win. Now the main event is all set. Both men are ready. Referee, ring the bell. Amir Black going in first. He is just waving Gregory Harper around like a rag doll in the middle of the ring. Gregory Harper struggles to get out of the situation, but Amir Black locking in the hips and now locking in the head, going in for a chain wrestling sequence. Amir Black refusing to let go, while Harper is struggling to escape this predicament. And Gregory Harper now reverses the headlock. Amir Black escapes the headlock and now going in for a counter with a rolling elbow, followed up by a knee drop to the chest of Gregory Harper. Now Gregory Harper lying helpless on the ground. Amir Black trying to say that he's going to break his opponent, and he probably will. Going back to the grappling contest in the middle of the ring, pushing back Gregory Harper to the corner. Another grappling contest, and now Gregory Harper trying his best to push Amir Black to the other side of the ring, to the corner, choking him to the corner turnbuckle. Gregory Harper trying to dominate his opponent, but as we can see, Amir Black has the advantage in size and in strength. But let's not forget the power that Gregory Harper holds within him. Gregory Harper with a kick to his opponent lying in the ground. Going in for a chicken wing face buster. Gregory Harper taunting Amir Black to come back into the ring. Now they are outside. And now they went back. Gregory Harper in the corner with a big boot to the face of Amir Black. Flying headbutt from the middle rope. Going in for the first spin, trying to end this match early. And of course, what a lariat from Amir Black, and now with a big back body drop. With a spine buster from Amir Black. What a comeback sequence right there. What a choke spam or choke bomb from Amir Black. Amir Black trying to choke out Gregory Harper. Look at the size of the arm of this guy. Trying to choke this smaller Gregory Harper, but Gregory Harper refuses to give up just yet. Amir Black with a powerful choke bomb. Amir Black going in. Gregory Harper trying to gain momentum with a German suplex. Gregory Harper for the win. Now Gregory Harper is friends with both the undisputed champ Eric Jacobs as well as the black note lock from Gregory Harper trying to make Amir Black tap. Amir Black, and he just let go of that lock, going in for other plans. Can he do it to Amir Black? Amir Black counters with a pin right now. Jesus, look at the strength of Amir Black picking up a grown-ass man from the ground like he picks up a toy. Harper counters with a cyclone kick to Amir Black lying in the ground. Holy shit, look at that. Look at the athleticism of Harper being displayed right now. With a European uppercut from Gregory, countered with a knee to the face by Amir Black, and now yet again, these two are in a stalemate with an air raid crash from Amir Black. Gregory Harper counters with a kick, and now with a German suplex outside the ring. Gregory Harper is trying to recover from the assault of Amir Black earlier this match. Amir Black is also trying to get up and go back inside the ring as the count is looming. Holy shit, two-handed choke bomb from Gregory Harper towards the giant in front of him. Uh-oh. Another black note lock, but unfortunately for Harper, it's a rope break. With a great neck breaker right there from Harper, followed by a kick to the arm. They are again taking this fight to the outside. But then again, what the? Did you see that? Did you all see the moonsault by Amir Black? I can't believe a man with his size and mass can do such An athletic move that we thought is only exclusive with the lower weight division. But sadly, it wasn't enough. He hits the pole. And now Gregory Harper with a frog splash to the outside. You can hear the fans roar in the arena tonight as they witness the greatness of the harmonic executioner. Amir Black struggles to get back into the ring. Uh-oh, this is it, going in. Going for the harmonic dissonance, but yet again countered by Amir Black. Amir Black taking advantage. Amir Black with another choke bomb to Gregory Harper. Gregory Harper struggling to get back up. The Black Sand cometh. Able to escape the knee of Amir Black. Oh no, not here. Back suplex to the apron, the hardest part of the ring. And now they're taking this fight again to the outside. Gregory Harper with a gut wrench suplex. Going in for the pin. Gregory Harper wins the main event. Gregory Harper earns his spot in the tournament.
Here is your winner via pinfall, the Harmonic Executioner, Gregory Harper.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our 5th episode of Relentless. We all now have a total 6 participants for the tournament. Thank you and good night.